Hey everybody, welcome to Go Get It by Getitlex Motivational Mindset, the podcast. So today we back with another interview, another one for the books. We here with my man Jason Brooks. Y'all know him as Big No. He came on to bless y'all, and I'm so thankful. He came on here to talk or whatever. So, but first off, I just want to say something. Like it's been a lot of crime going on in the city. Two kids lost their lives the other day, and I just feel so much sympathy for them, the family. Like just to know kids, innocent kids lost their life for something just so senseless. And today we had another death with young Dolph, and I just want to say like. I know it's a lot of people in the city that do ride the coattail that just be posting want to be seen, but I felt a sense of sadness when I seen the post of him passing away because when you're an artist and you making music for your people, for the fans, you put your life, you put your stories into that music, and the whole reason why you have fans is because they can relate to your music, they can relate to who you are through your music. So a lot of his songs, a lot of his stuff, like I can relate to it, and it's just a sense of connection, and it's just really, really sad, a tragedy overall. To anybody who passed away in the city. All the families that's grieving, all the people who going through some type of loss. It's just, oh, it's a real sad thing, and I just want to send my condolences to them. So with that being said, Big No, Jason, it's your time. You got the floor. Tell us the people who don't know you, because I know you. A lot of people know you, but for the people who don't know you, you have the floor to tell the people who you are.
Appreciate you, man. First of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. That's big love, man. But for the people that don't know me, I'm Big No, artist, also businessman, part owner at Major Way Studios, Major Way Global Publishing, also 88 Customs, 88 Music Group, uh, just a lot of different businesses I got going on. Just an you know I ain't nobody, like I say all the time, ain't nobody, just another Richmond kid that came up, you know what I mean, with a dream and just trying to pursue his dream on a daily basis just to, show my kids it's possible because I am a single father of four. Um, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Just a regular Richmond guy, man, just trying to make something different, do something different and show my kids you could do something different.
So let's go back to the beginning. Big No. So tell us, where did this all start? Like, how did you feel music was gonna be for you? Like, how did your past um bring that about
From north side of Richmond, really was doing the music like since I was young. I got kicked out of north side schools. I went to like Henrico schools as well. So when I got in that, like everybody, I remember getting the Hermitage, like everybody was rapping and shit. In Brooklyn, niggas was rapping and shit. And I was doing it since then, but I wasn't really taking it serious. Really ain't nobody, other than maybe like Rum and Get It, ain't nobody really even got close to really making it. So I ain't really think that shit was possible. I took it as a joke to be honest. And when I had got locked up and did a bid, and like my whole time of being locked up, like everybody that I was talking to and shit was telling me about like Eddie Willis, South James. I'm trying to think of some other people. Like I would be on the phone, they be like, "Man, this nigga sweet, this down the third, he doing the show here." Or my nigga Joni, um, Young Man, the when it salute had the little movement going on, and it was like that I was on some shit like I ain't coming on shit. I'm gonna be too old for that shit for real, for real. Like they're like, but nah, like niggas doing that shit now. Like so to just get to a point where I got when I left the prison, I went to work release. So when I went to work release, I got a phone and shit. So like the moment like I seen like people actually having videos in Richmond that was from Richmond, like that shit Jack kind of blew my mind. And that's when I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try my hand and if I do it, I'm gonna do it all the way this time. Like I ain't going, cause I ain't never really, you know what I mean, beforehand, like I ain't never really care about putting no tapes out, like just go to the studio, spend money, nigga in the street. So it's like I got down. I could spend some money at the studio just to fuck off the same way a nigga go to the strip club and throw some money like, fuck off and go to the studio. Everybody around me be like, yo, that shit sweet, but that shit really, you if you ain't know me, like you could know me, but if you ain't really was in my circle, like you probably never heard none of it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really believing it. You know what I'm saying? As far as I believe in myself, but I ain't believing it just being in Richmond, it just seems so far fetched. So
Mm-hmm.
I always saw Ed and South James and Junior, because they really gave me the spark, like to think that, you could do something with this joint, even if it's, you know, just a aspiring artist, you know what I'm saying, and trying your head and just to see yourself on a video or, look at the heights that I done got to now. Like none of that stuff was even real to me. So that was like the beginning. As far as me really taking it serious, probably was coming home from prison.
So you know how Richmond is. It's like kind of like crabs in the bucket. Sometimes it can be like that. So was you ever on top of you were just coming home and you hearing what everybody else got on going on? Like, was it ever did it ever feel like discouraging, like that you didn't feel like because you was from Richmond that it was kind of like worth your time?
Oh yeah, I done felt that a million times. I mean, a million times. Different reasons to be honest. Like first coming home, uh, yeah, you got the mind frame of this something you want to do, but you just coming home. I really got daggone mentally struggling with myself, trying to fit myself back in a community or whatever. And for real, you coming straight home, you ain't got no money for it. You know what I'm saying? So like you doing little things like going to the studio and this, that, and third. And I'm never really the type of person that watch what nobody else do, but it be little stuff like I remember like my first year was little stuff like, damn, this nigga video got 5,000 views and my little John ain't doing nothing. I'm like, but when a nigga go out, like nigga go to the club or a nigga move around, dog, everybody know me. I don't see the same reaction. Like, I'm like, damn, where's, what I mean? Why my views don't go up? You know what I mean? I had that. You know what I mean? That's when I realized too, like it ain't just uh doing the music in the studio, getting the video shot. Like you got to be able to put the money behind it and push that joint and get a song some legs. And that was a point. It was another point where I ain't gonna say his name, but I was really tapped in with a engineer and a DJ in the city, and me and bro had locked in. Like I'm talking about like 6, 7 months. Like I done spent like $5,000 with this man. Every beat, I bought every beat off him. Recorded every song off him. Really supposed to be doing my first real project by myself. I had dropped the joint with my cousin. Fuck your boy Buzz was my cousin Lil Bill. Shout out to him. So I locked in with this man, and shit kind of shook for him. He got done had some opportunities where he dipped, which I was all cool for that. But I just felt like, what I mean, on the strength of the relationships we had, you know, what I mean? I feel like eventually you was going, what I mean, come back and we would have got the junk going and whatnot, but that ain't come. So that was like a big L, money wise. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that like, damn, I done spent $5,000 worth of music with this man and I ain't got nothing to show for it. On top of that, I'm a single father. Like, I ain't really got no baby mama around, no nothing. It's just me and my kids. So like, I was really ready for me to give up right there too. You know what I mean? Because I was like, man, that's money I could have gave my kids, or you know what I'm saying, or just having the street mentality. Like I had to face myself and ask myself how bad I really want to be out here and be free. Because you know what I mean. At the end of the day, a man, you know what I mean, take feeling like he took an L on 5,000. Some reactions come with that, and I had to fight myself on that. And eventually, I mean, I got myself together, and that's when I put out my first tape on Jungle Live Matter One. But I definitely had plenty points and times, um, you know, where you think about giving up this, that, and the third.
So how was it? How was you able to like pull yourself? I didn't say pull yourself together, but like put your put your foot down and kind of like network, with all these people, that you heard about while you was locked up, being able to get them to cause you know a man, you got kind of like pride. So I know you ain't really like trying to ask like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Right? So you got to kind of like get around people that can show you unwillingly. I mean, not unwillingly, unknowingly showing you how to do stuff. So how was that? Like, how was you able to like get it?
I ain't
Get
gonna lie, like, you know what I mean? Anybody that know me know, you know what I'm saying? I come out the mud, come from the streets, so you know, like talking to niggas won't even that probably was like in is to this day, I ain't even gonna sit here and say was like that's my hottest thing. Like if you come to Major Way Studios, 9 times out of 10 my office door closed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really mingle with people like that. That ain't one of my fortes. So like you say, you coming home and you know you ain't got nothing. You pretty much gotta ask people, but like ain't nobody really want to give it. Like the people that I had that was some, I guess you could say tangible in my reach a little bit. Like niggas ain't really want to give it to me. Like niggas ain't want to like simple shit. Like yo, how do I goddamn file for BMIs or how do I copyright my music or where do I go to get an LLC or oh this how y'all videos doing numbers? What I do to you know what I mean to do that? Like niggas ain't want to give it to me. So eventually I think really just through performing and doing shows, it really put me in little spots with people that really weren't even my type of dudes for real, for real.
mm-hmm,
But they
mm-hmm,
respected my genuineness. You know what I'm saying? One of the first persons we was talking about off camera, the interview I had was on a dude named Black Lick. Like he shout out to him, like he make major moves, but he make major moves and probably like what you would say like a like I don't know if you probably doing like Tech Nine or like super hip hop, super hip hop. Like they ain't really talking
mm-hmm.
about no street shit and none of that shit. But
Right.
like just off for like I said, that interview, the fact that I came to his interview like right after finding out my sister about to die, and just to see me on stage and be like, oh, this nigga is not, he ain't lying about nothing. He putting this whole heart out this bitch. He took a
Right.
liking to me, and he was like one of the first people that really started telling me you could do this. You know what I'm saying? Simple, just go on the internet, type this joint, and just follow directions. And but after that, when it got to like a bigger scale, I ain't even gonna lie. Like I basically paid for all my information. Like
Yeah.
I paid for relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because and I started paying for relationships out of Richmond. You know what I'm saying? And I would meet somebody or see somebody on Facebook. I read this book and I just looked the dude up that wrote the book and hit the nigga up. And the shit was so crazy. The nigga was on my own Facebook already. Cause I used to go through like certain people like Noah O, shout out to him, that's my family. And got there going like I go through all his friend lists and anybody that looked like they was in music, I friend them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I read dude book and I looked his name up on Facebook and he ended up being on my joint. And I just started paying that nigga for to do certain shit. And as he doing certain shit, I'm learning it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, all right, how you do this? He ain't telling me though. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing like everybody that really know me always say, like, yo, one thing about the nigga, like, he gonna find out how to do that shit. You know what I mean? Whether you tell him or not, he don't care if you gotta
Yeah.
pay for it or what, he gonna figure out a way. So I can't really say too many people in Richmond really like, you know, even to this day, be like, hey, bro, you know, you could do this, but at the same time, on the flip side of the time, in my business, like, that's really what my biggest thing, especially with major way consulting and stuff like that. That's my biggest thing. Like, if I see people come in my studio that might got potential, um, or might need pushing in certain things, like they just thinking it's just music. I give them the business side. I tell them the business side. You know what I mean? I just sat down and made sure people got their LCs, made sure people got their BMI. Sat down and taught them Google Ads so they can put legs on their videos and promote themselves. Told them how to show them how to campaign on Facebook and promote themselves. Show them how to turn their IG over to a business IG and then be
Mm-hmm.
able to promote posts and get certain things legs and that's my one of my biggest things because at the end of the day, like I said, ain't nobody teach me.
Yeah. So now you in a position to teach. Like,
Yeah,
and I think that be like it's sometimes it's like you feel some type of way when people don't like try to help you right, but then it's like when you do gotta go through it on your own, it kind of like everything just mold you, and it make you like, yeah, look what I know this now, and then you in a position to do what nobody, like you said, nobody never did for you, like, and it just went to a whole nother level, like, so let's get into that. Let's talk about Major Way Studios. Tell me the whole story of how you encountered or how you got, into this studio, this other lane.
For sure. Basically what happened is I would say what 2 years now. Me and my I had locked in after I went through it with the other engineer that kind of fucked me on all that music. I kind of was like picking on who I did music with. I ain't really want to just go and get the big names and be in the big name studios because I realized like it's just like the streets, like, you know what I mean? It's fuck niggas in this shit too. So like
Hmm.
I kind of look for my next engineer to be like a person that I can actually like trust. So that mentality brought me to Clef Majors. So I locked in with Clef Majors. We locked in probably like a year and a half, 2 years by now, and he was at a place where that we actually at right now. But at that time, it was Rawson Records, and he was working for a guy that owned the studio. And we had conversations. He was like, "Man, I want my own studio, bro. Like, I already know, like, man, you could do that shit the way you handle business. I know you got the bread for it. Like, shit, that shit can help you. You ain't got to goddamn pay for your studio time no more." And I had told him then, like, bro, if I go in, like, it ain't even gonna just be about no free goddamn studio time. Like, I gotta make some money. You know what I'm saying? So we had talked about it, and unfortunately, probably I would say not even a month later, I got hit by a car walking across the street on Chamberlain, going to Good Times. So as
Mm.
I'm in the hospital and shit, going through rehab, I seen that he hooked up with another friend of ours, who was one of his biggest clients too, Trey Walker, who had a little record company called Three Way. Shout out to Three Way. So they had linked up and got the jump. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
just commented on there too.
yeah, yeah. So they had linked up. You know what I'm saying? They got the jump. So time went on. They had got a little building. I want to say it was on Westwood. Yeah, they got a building around Westwood. And as the time came that I learned how to walk and all that over, started driving this, that, and the third day, actual lease was up. And they was looking to you know, go somewhere different with it and try to get a standalone building or try to get a space to themselves. So they had pulled up on me. I had got back in my regular routine and got myself together. And they offered the opportunity to me, like, yo, we could be our partners, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I'm with it. And that's what started Major Way. And we started on West Broad Street. And as I just spoke of earlier, we actually came back. What has it been about 7 months now? And we actually bought the studio that Clef was working in first, on 2317 West Main in the fan area. And that's basically how that all started. I'm more consultation and financial. I do the I run my customs business through it too as well with the vinyl and the t-shirts and stuff like that. Trey handles the secretarial and handling the business, and then Clef is more like the muscle. He do the engineering and the production. We also got like at least 3 employees under us who do engineering, marketing, and production as well. So that's the whole Major Way.
So how has the response been from the community? Like, people who, because I mean, it used to be a bunch of studios on Broad Street. I don't know if they there. I don't know what they doing with them, but
Mm-hmm.
like, and then it's a lot of young boys right there that's coming up doing the music and stuff too. So how has the response been from them, the community?
Everything been love for real, for real. One thing I can't say, I can't even lie. Like niggas, if you been around, if you did music and you been around Clef Majors, he got down. He hold the key to that shit when it comes to that shit. Like if you really care about your quality, and I ain't really knocking no other engineer, but I can say from being a person like I spoke of, just being an artist bouncing around the area studio, like he cares the most. Like more than it's not even close how much he care more. And most niggas just pressing that record button, or you got clout. They putting more into you because they feel like you're a nigga that's gonna come up. Like It's niggas that come in this joint that nobody in Richmond have ever heard of, and he'll work your shit like, you know what I'm saying, you the biggest name in the city right now. It's niggas that come in this joint with a half a song and he write the rest of the song for him. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas that come in this joint with a YouTube beat and he be like, bro, this song too sweet for you to not own this beat. Like little shit like that, like
Yeah.
showing people the business of it as well. Or he might be like, yo, you need to go holler at Trey or No and work this business side, like, or you need to go holler at Zeke and got that going, let him get your numbers going. Like he ain't just a regular engineer or producer, like he cares. So the feedback been, excuse me, the feedback been good. Definitely, definitely piped it up even more. Like when I had did the song Pooh Shiesty, and he came in that Jones. So you know how that go. They see an artist got that going that they know in the Jones, so that helps your credibility as well. But I mean, I feel like we got good response, and just the environment we have is untouched. So we just had a what we call the Project 24, where for 12 hours Saturday and 12 hours Sunday, we had over probably like 30 artists coming here, 30, 40 artists coming here Saturday and Sunday, and just knock out a whole mixtape in 24 hours. And the
Ooh.
environment and the vibe was crazy. Like, you know, by the time people left out this joint, it was like everybody was family. Like everybody in this joint turned up together, doing what they do, working. And you know, it ain't but a certain type of person that could be able to you know, manipulate that and maximize that. And that's the type of person I could call my brother and my business partner. That's Clef Majors. He can do that.
Awesome. So just a question, like I was just it was just playing in my mind. So you know the climate of Richmond, you know, how hard it could be, you know, sometimes for people to get their music heard outside of Richmond. So with all three of y'all working together, have y'all come up with some kind of strategy or a way or a plan to like get the people who you working with heard outside of Richmond, you know, to make it to kind of like a mainstream on the East Coast?
Oh yeah, we definitely got the formula. It's just being totally transparent with you. Like Richmond got artists and we got talent, but a lot of people feel like because we live in a time where you just see what you see on Instagram. So we live in a time where people honestly think like I'm gonna make this hot song, I'm gonna post it on Facebook, and a million people gonna like it, and it's
Hmm.
way more to that. You know what I'm saying? I got songs with 120,000 views. If you look on my demographics, probably like 10% of that is Richmond. You know what I'm saying? I got a fan page with 25,000 followers. Probably like 5% of that is Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Like we got formulas. It's just that going back to what I'm saying, how bad a person want it, how much money you gonna put up into it. And not saying that you gotta be Birdman, but if this really what you want to do, like you gotta be able to give your song some legs,
Hmm.
and go in different places and perform in different places, like performing in the same circuit clubs in Richmond. That ain't gonna get you nowhere but Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Which I know because I did it. You know what I mean? I performed it every, and I felt like I'm doing something. But if you went to Newport News, you probably ain't know nothing about me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's just about when it comes to that, the formula with that is really just promoting and marketing. Like that's probably like 60% of the music business. Like they say 10% of it is the talent. It's probably how much if you really. I was just talking to shout out my dog DJ Two Trail. Like we was just talking before I came in here and did this. Like if you knew like the budgets of these artists is putting in just to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, you wouldn't believe it. Like one song might be 30,000 just going
Mm.
into campaigns on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Couple you still got people that do street work, posting posters everywhere they go. um, thinking of different ways you can have packages because CDs don't mean nothing no more. So maybe
Hmm.
you got a hard drive, the little hard drives, and putting that joint in the crazy little package, like my cousin Flip It Quick did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that is promotion and marketing, and a lot of people in Richmond don't really, you know, believe in thinking of that. You know, a lot of people in Richmond thinking these people just own because they in Atlanta, but you'll be surprised if you went down and talked to people in Atlanta, like they going hard the same way they had to go hard still the same way somebody from Richmond did.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So with that being said, right, being that you've been doing this for a minute and you came into an industry where you ain't know too much at the beginning, right? So then versus now, do you think it's easier for artists if they got the keys, if they got the right things going on? Do you think it's easier now versus back then as far as like becoming a major artist?
Um, I can't speak on it too because I ain't no major artist, but I say this off of what I know. Like it just depend on the type of music you got. It depend on the type of money you got. Cause like for real, if you got the bag, you can damn near pay to get on in this shit now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even like back in the day when we was coming up, you know, niggas got signed off of rapping crazy like a Meek Mill. That man got signed off for freestyling on corners and making a name. That shit don't mean a damn thing now. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. No
like
bullshit.
I be
No
telling
bullshit.
niggas like I don't know that man or nothing, but just far from what I see, cause I definitely followed him. My brother was actually in Philadelphia when Meek was coming up, and I be telling niggas like, yo, Meek Mill probably the last broke rapper to ever get signed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
No
just off of
bullshit.
being talented, like you got to be real picky about what you talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason why I sit in this joint in the office to myself because a lot of people be wanting my opinions, but I ain't really got too many cut cards with me. And
Right.
it'll be people, goddamn, I might not be saying your song, sorry, but you'll come to me and be like, shit, bro, this song's sweet, bro. I'll be like, bro, I just heard you talk about balling and you pushing this, that, and the third. You got $10 in your pocket. Like,
Shit not adding up.
dog, and they think I'm rough, but that's how the industry gonna look at you. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, okay,
Mhm.
goddamn, going. Now, if you goddamn want to be Kanye and you rap like Kanye, you might got a goddamn different type of avenue. You might can just get in
Mhm.
off just goddamn going working and grinding. But if you talking what most of these people talking about in their music, especially in Richmond, bro, like they gon' nut check you like
Yeah.
shit,
That's what
nigga.
they call it.
It costs 3,500 just to sit down and talk to me, even though I like your music. But you on your goddamn song talking crazy though. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't even. I'm telling you what I did put it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Oh
telling you, like,
no.
dead ass, like Atlantic, you know what I mean? Them niggas wanted to sit down with me. They gave me a ticket price or what I need to come with to sit down with them. But they liked it me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a situation right now, I can't say what label, like, they fucking with me, but they like, yeah, come down here in Houston, talk to me. We charge this normally, but because we like you, we ain't gonna charge you no more than this. You know what I'm saying? But it's still like, we like you, pay
Yeah.
to get to us. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Cause it's
and if you
yeah. I
got that
mean,
gonna think you just gonna goddamn get on that airplane just off talent, you lying to yourself.
and people don't even know that. Like, yeah, because it's like this what you want. You want
That's
to be
right.
a rapper.
They
I can
know it.
help you.
They know it, man. Like they know in that black community right now, man. Like, you know, it's real. Niggas used to be like, you either go be a basketball player or you gonna be a rapper or you gonna be a drug
Mhm.
dealer. Now niggas don't even be wanting to play basketball no more. Everybody
No.
just rather try to be a rapper. So they
Yeah.
know it. They know it. Like, so you got a lot of people finessing, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
that might have like little titles, that might have little positions in the industry, and they use them bitches and make them shits big because they know everybody want to get to where they at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they
Yeah.
using that shit, bro. Like they not hell no, they ain't doing nothing for free. And could
Nothing.
love you.
But if you think about it though, if they that's so crazy, this smart too, because you can people be really wanting to make it, so they can send their music in, they can listen to it, like man, we ready to get this bread real quick, and then right after him, somebody else come in, and they just paid, then somebody else come in, and then they didn't show all of them no, like never
Man,
mind.
there's so many little Jones, man. It's crazy. Like, you know, cause now I follow people. I'm on Instagram now, so I be following like music people and shit, like trying to networking, also seeing the artists. Like if you look on people on Instagram, if you're an artist, man, so many people that got the joint like send me $50 to play your song. Send me an extra 25. I play it first. And
Yeah,
these ain't even these niggas might be execs or they really might be like an A&R or something, but they not even about to play your song till they
they not
actually
gonna play.
finish. They gonna play that joint to their IG, and for real, it's smart too because it's like they job is to listen to music. They just
Yeah,
won't get paid for just listening. They was getting paid their salary, but they won't get paid for every song they listen to. Now they
right.
can do their job, sit on Instagram, tell you give me $100 for that joint, and I'm really paying you to. Cause now I ain't got to search because A&Rs used to have to search for talent and shit like that. I ain't got to
Yep.
search. All I gotta do is post a picture with me shaking goddamn P from QC hand. You know what I mean? Post a picture with me with goddamn Yo Gotti or something and show you that I've been in the industry. And I say, goddamn, going, man, y'all send y'all songs in, man. Y'all give me $100 extra. I'll play the drum first. And shit, think, man, they drum beating. They probably got about 50, at least 100 songs. That's 100 bangs. I mean, that's what, that's a 100 times goddamn going, 1,000, yeah, at least 1,000 people hitting them.
Yeah,
That's about
DM
100
Slay.
bands in a day.
Mhm.
And they doing that shit like 2 times a week, eating.
Damn, I might got to go into that thing.
Man, niggas doing it. I'm telling you. Niggas doing it, man.
I'm telling you, it's different. It
This
really
a
is.
hustle,
It's different.
man.
It is. It is a hustle. Like you said, like people, I don't know. I guess because social media, I mean, it's kind of glorified a lot. So the young kids looking at like shit. That's what I want to be. Fuck all this
Yeah.
other shit. So and it's different. Like it's a different time. Like all the money is coming from social media, and it's
All of
crazy because people used to like back in the day. It's like it's a lot to see somebody in the parking lot, Southside Plaza, or with DTLI on the north side, or Oak Hill Plaza selling CDs, or flyers, or just trying to put their music out there. You can go in the corner store and see some CDs with the name written in
yeah.
marker in a little clear
Yeah.
case.
Getting out the
That was
mud.
trying to.
Getting it out the mud.
I'm trying to tell you, it's just it's it's crazy. Like this time is just yeah.
It's a
So
hustle,
you
man.
still concentrate on your music too, right? Like
Yeah, I
oh
do everything. Like I just had to realize, like, like we saying, like, um, I didn't put like 50 plus into my music joint. And that's just giving me a shot.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's super small if you was to sit there and talk to some of these people, you know what I'm saying, and what they putting in on they come up, like, you know what I mean? So I just had to smarten up and be like, all right, this is what I want to do. It's my passion. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go hard with it, but I gotta figure out other ways to get money as well to put in that joint to feed what I'm trying to do and also feed
mhm,
my
mhm,
kids. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I ain't never want to be I ain't gonna say I ain't never want to be a worker, but I'd have been a worker a million times and it never worked for me. So like since I
right,
was young, I just got damn knew like I want to own shit. I want to have my business. You know what I'm saying? I remember getting locked up and my mama coming to get me on bond and like instead of being I guess you would say like sob story like sad that I got caught, I'm telling my mom, she like, oh, I don't understand why you I'm like, dog, y'all ain't had me no business now. I had to go out here and make me a business. Like I'm on about that. I see y'all work 50 years and get slaved. Like I won't feeling that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So at the end of the day, like, and the nigga had kids, so the nigga had to do what he had to do. Like,
mhm,
but you know what I mean? I understood early, like, don't nobody care about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dude at the job that I go to work, I work my ass off, but don't ask me to do a damn thing after 5 o'clock. And I'd be dead ass on that shit. Like, you gonna fire me for it, fire me for it. But I'm not about to kill myself for somebody that I know tomorrow I got there gonna get sick or I died this, that, and the third. You ain't gonna do nothing but replace me. So I
yeah,
always had that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was working the job, I always was thinking about working my job to get somewhere bigger to have my own.
mhm. Stepping stone. So let's talk about our major weight is the umbrella, right? Let's talk
Yeah.
about the things that fall up under the umbrella. You know, y'all got a few different things that's under there. So let's talk
Yeah.
about that.
You got Major Way Publishing, Major Way Global Publishing. That's where you can lock in with us, and we'll you can publish your music through us, and we'll make sure you get your royalties and make sure you monetizing your music in the correct ways and orders. We got Congress Production. That's the in-house producers that we have. We have them signed under Congress Productions. So it's basically like overlapping music. I mean overlapping money. You come in this joint, you get a beat, you get your own beat instead of using a YouTube beat. You know what I'm saying? But it's signed to major way. So at the end of the day, they're our producers. So we get paid for that as well. Um, we got 88 Customs. That's me basically customizing t-shirts and clothing, any custom needs anybody needs. Um, which like that's one of my main focuses right now, because that's something I seen money off just being an artist. Um, like my first piece of merchandise was the Junkies Live Matter Bart Simpson shirts, and I sold like 1,000 plus shirts at like $20+ a piece. I know I threw away some too, so I always like to say like 15,000 to 20,000 off of shirts. Just give
Yeah.
me a grace period. But once I seen that was money into that.
Yeah.
Um, what else we got? That might be it. That might be it. Yeah,
So how do you like? That's a lot. So
yeah.
you will be there all day, pretty much. I mean, 'cause you
Um,
got all these different hats you wear. So, like, from making the clothes to your own music to consulting, all that. So how,
yeah.
and then being a father. So how is your? Tell me, run me through a regular day of yours, like from
All
start
right.
to
I mean, that's easy. Like 6:30 in the morning, waking up. Well, 6:45, waking up, putting my first one on the bus. I take my first one to school because we so close to the school. They're on center bus. Putting the other two on the bus. Checking on my one that stay home in virtual, making sure he get up and get on the he get up on the laptop. Um, run through my little phone calls. I probably have my phone calls with my manager for my personal, as me being an artist. My manager called me like 10 o'clock in the daytime. Give me a cup of coffee. Probably hit the water. By then it's getting close to time to pick her up from school. Pick her up from school. Make sure the second one come in because she too young to be there by herself. And then by like 2:30, I'm in the studio. Um, Normal days, I ain't getting out here from like 12 to 2 o'clock in the morning. Want to do it all over again.
and then you gotta wake up at 6.
Yeah,
Oh, real.
yeah,
I be struggling to wake up and get my kids on the bus. They ain't gotta be to school till 8 o'clock.
yeah,
Damn. I
yeah.
salute you, man. That's 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 awesome. Like
It's
that's oh
regular
wait a
though.
minute.
Like I feel like at the end of the day, like I always, parallel stuff to my past life. Like shit, nigga was doing that junk. You know what I mean? Won't no cutting the phone off. You know what I'm saying? Like won't no off time. Like we out here till we up. Ain't nothing to be out here for. So I look at it
Yeah,
like shit. At least I got a stable place to go to every day. Like my kids can see, like, yeah, dad work here. Like so that's something super big for me. Like this is the first time in my life my mama can be like, I know where he's at. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Like, you know what I
yes,
mean? I know what he getting money off of. So
yes.
like that right there, that'd be my main motivation. Like that's my biggest reward.
No question. Wait, I forgot to ask you about the acting part because we didn't even put that in there. We didn't throw that in there yet. So let's talk about that, right? Because I seen the movie, and it's crazy because my nephew was. I said, I know. Wait a minute, I seen it. Congratulations, that's a real big deal because the
Appreciate it.
platforms are it's on Tubi and what else? Hulu,
Tubi, Prime,
Prime,
and it's a junk called Voodoo, like VUD.
Hulu.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah.
So let's talk about that. How did that come about?
That's my manager, man. Shout out my manager, Karen Nicole. ain't even gonna lie, like the shit was just kind of crazy. Last year, like I had the feature with Pooh Shiesty, and then I was introduced to Kira like probably like a month and a half after that jump, and she signed me, and you know what I mean. I'm thinking like, niggas say they gonna do this, that, and the third, but you know what I mean. I don't know what's really about to go on, but
Right.
I feel like shit. I gotta go rock. I know she was Jav manager, Artillery the God, another artist from Richmond at 1.2. So I had some type of background on her. So when I said like I probably was signing that lady for like 2 weeks, and she called me was like, yeah, I'm about to put you in the movie. Like you got to fix for a movie. I'm gonna put you in the movie. I'm like, for real? She like, yeah, you could do good in that shit too. What? I'm like, all right. So she like, yeah, I just talked to these people there in South Carolina. They say, you can get in the auditions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what I gotta do and shit. So like what we doing right now, that's how the auditions was. It was the middle of the pandemic. So I ain't never did no acting or even thought about like I can't even I probably was like a church play or something the last time I even you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about kid shit. Like so I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And the one thing I be real, like one of my biggest flaws is like remembering my lyrics. Like if I got a show or something, like I'm practicing that shit all week because I'd be terrible with that shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to remember some shit. So I'm scared for real, for real. Like man, I'm gonna fuck up. But we had like our first auditions, and like it's a group probably like 30 people on the Zoom, and like everything they giving me, I'm smoking that shit. And they like, damn, you ain't never did this before. I'm like, hell no. But it probably was the fact I was so scared I was gonna fuck up that I just goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we
And
did
that's a
that.
lot of people too. That's a lot of
Yeah,
people that you don't even know.
and
Like,
like
uh,
boom, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you heard me? This is crazy. So
no.
they hit back and was like, shit, yeah, you got the pot. You know what I mean? Went down to South Carolina for a week and did it. It was definitely a different experience, man. I had fun.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. I felt that drink though. That for you to not do something, that be the thing too. Like like one time you never thought about doing it, and then you just you do it, and then it should just be coming out just a whole different feeling. So now it's like, is that on your things to do? Like
Yeah,
do
yeah,
a movie?
definitely. Like if I could find some if people got done top of me, I definitely do it. Cause I ain't even gonna lie. And I don't even talk cocky at all, but too many people that told me the shit. So now I kind of believe the shit to go back and watch. Like I'm like, dog, like shit, like in South Carolina where I was at, like that's the thing. Like how everybody in Richmond basically trying to rap. Everybody down that jump trying to act and like they doing movies, like they doing them bitches all the time. Like everybody I work
Oh
with, them niggas
shit.
probably got like 5 movies down there,
Oh
like
yeah.
bootleg, like underground movies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bruh, all these niggas experience. I feel like I acted better than all of these niggas down. Like they were hesitating on
Like,
certain jumps and everything. I'm like, damn,
where am I at?
I might got something here. I might be something, all right. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely got down with do it again and it dropped but down. I ain't gonna lie, that joint was fun.
yeah. That shit was that's alright, man. I
I
mean,
told the lady, I said, man, yeah, hey, look, you put me in another one, man. Ain't gonna be no killing me and pushing me around and all that, no.
you making it to the end.
Yeah,
Give me a whole movie role, goddamn it.
yeah, man. As
Yeah,
soon
that's
as that
right.
joint come on, you got me all wrapped up looking crazy. My niggas calling up, man. I ain't telling this shit already, like
No,
bullshit.
that shit was dope though. That's and then this time you could like it's there, so you can always go back and
Yeah,
look at it and show your people whatever. But yeah, that's the move right there, man. I hope
yeah,
you
I
get some
definitely
more
enjoyed
movie
it.
roles out. Yeah,
Definitely,
that's
man.
right. When you start going, when you try to do shit the right way and try to get, everything start to fall in place. You know what I'm saying?
Back.
Everything start to fall in place. So shout out to you and everything you got going on. Tell the people where they can find your music at. Like I know you got them on some type of.
Oh yeah, my music everywhere. Everywhere you listen to your regular artists at, my music there too. On Spotify, Apple, Tidal, and anywhere. Just type in Big No. If it's too many big no's there, type in Junkie Lives Matter. It'll come up under that. That's just kind of like a brand of mine. So all of those album platforms is on there. Like I say, Spotify, YouTube, um, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes, everything.
All right, so tell the people what's up next for you. What can they be looking for, expecting from you, your associates, Major Way Studios? What y'all got coming up?
Um, with me as an artist, I'm gonna definitely get back here to dropping and dropping videos. I dropped my last single at the end of the summer, Cootie, so I'm gonna definitely have a video for that coming soon. Uh, definitely dropping the tape probably the beginning of the year. Thank the plug, so look out for that. Definitely want to tap in with more features. You know what I'm saying? Get some more big names and work with some people that's making moves. Um, got a couple more meetings like I spoke of earlier with some labels I'm gonna be dealing with. Uh, Major way, we just gonna, keep critiquing and keep trying to reach out to people and get people in here. More people from the Richmond city to see what we got going on in the other places as well. We just got that. Right now, we working on a deal um with this lady that sells tea. So we're gonna have our own Major Way tea. So when you come in this joint,
Oh,
you keep your voice right while you recording this, that, and the third. Have a tea
mm,
for you when before you record and when you leave, because a lot of people don't know. Like I know me, like I go hard in the booth, so it's almost a lot for me to be hoarse by the end of this session. So we're
mhm.
gonna try to work on something innovative, so help people with those things and get people thinking about keeping their voice intact. Um, we're just gonna be working in Major Way, you know what I mean? We just door open, man. Anybody can pull up anytime and just see what we got going on 2317 West Main Street. It's a good vibe in this joint. We got our second studio booth up and running a couple weeks back, and we just trying to run that up as well.
So for artists um who might whoever see this or whatever might don't know about how to contact you, how do they contact you for like studio time, or even if they just want to consult with you, or they just want to just figure out what they doing, or what they doing wrong, what they doing right, or whatever. How can they like get with you?
Definitely. You can hit me on um my personal Facebook page. That's Jason Brooks. You can hit me on my fan page, Big No. Um, Instagram, I am underscore Northside No. Twitter, Northside No. Um, any of those platforms, you can hit the Major Way Studio uh fan page we have on Facebook. We we hit back ASAP on there. You know what I mean? We don't play with people's time. As soon as we see it, we're gonna hit you back and let you know whatever questions you got. We're gonna give you an answer.
So for those outlets, is that the same way people would contact you if they wanted stuff done as far as customized search, whatever, they can contact you the
Yep.
same way, or was at a different outlet?
Yeah, all of those outlets the same way. You can hit me up. You can hit the Major Way Studio and say you need a shirt done. I'm gonna respond. You know what I mean? You can hit Jason Brooks on Facebook. I need a shirt done. I'm gonna respond. Um, definitely gonna respond anytime.
So what's the usual like turnaround time? So like from when people contact you to when you finish their their whatever shirts
Shirts.
or hmm
It depends on what it is. Like, if you talking about like one shirt, then turnaround time normally, if it's something that I can do in my capabilities, like it could be an hour. Um, if you talking about like a bulk of shirts, I probably tell you like, give me 3 to 5 days. You know what I'm saying? If it's an emergency situation, we can might put some a little bit extra on the top and Mike can work something out.
that. So we're gonna end your interview with one last question. And my question for you is tell the people what keeps you motivated.
Um, I would say two things keep me motivated: my kids and my city. My kids got there gonna keep me motivated because I just wanna all the things that we done went through and all the trials and everything that my kids went through. Like my kids have had it kind of rough, so
Mhm.
I just want to show them that all of it ain't go for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Dad gonna keep working to keep, trying to get dad gonna pursue just so you can get out here and realize whatever flaws or whatever you've been through, they ain't, permanent. You can turn them around as well. My city motivate me because we the city everybody say can't do this, can't do that.
Mhm.
We the city ain't nobody really made it from. Like I just made a post, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care, and people probably think I just saying it, but it's the God honest truth. Like I don't really care if I'm the eyes that make it. Um, I just want somebody to see what a real Richmond nigga look like in the industry. Like not trying to be funny, but I want them to see what like Jefferson Davis and Chamberlain
Hmm.
in North
Yeah.
Ave and Laburnum and Hall Street, like the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
wanted to see what a real Richmond nigga, look like. Cause a lot of times right now in the industry, if you talk to if you say Richmond, and there's no knocking them, but it's um, how can I say like clean cut? It ain't really, you know what I'm saying? That ain't what you see when you walk down Broad Street. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I just want the picture our side of the town story told. You know what I mean? And that's really like my main goal. That's why I push my own music, but that's also why I say what I do in my consultation and shit like that because you know what I'm saying. That's my way to pick to a certain extent, pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, who I see it in and be like, hey, look, you ain't gotta sound to me or nothing, but look, if you do this, do that, you got a little better shot, you know what I'm saying? You got your business
Yeah.
on.
And that's like you. It's like you giving back too, like and where you in the way you can, like and from going through all that stuff where nobody helps you, and then you're able to be in a position to help other people, and give people the care. And I think that's kind of like how you see the growth in yourself, and you appreciate your freedom and your life more when you able to be in a position like you said where your mom and your people can sleep at night knowing that you in a way better position, and you also know yourself like you feel you in a better position, so why not, be able to help somebody like that, like they didn't help you. You know what I mean?
Tough.
But I appreciate you for coming on here and dropping all the jewels you dropped. I know it's gonna make a difference. A lot of people need to hear from people like you. A lot of people can relate. You know, just shit, coming home, like just coming out the jank and still being on the street. That's a big deal. You feel me? Like,
Super big deal.
and it's a big deal. you know, and on top of that, making your lane, that's an even bigger deal. And I think a lot of people don't. A lot of people that come from them situations be when they come from them situations, they still be around people who really ain't moving, who really ain't doing nothing for themselves. So it's easy to be stagnant and drag your feet when you don't have no examples to show you that it can be done. So this is why I do this. I do this because um, without you even knowing, you giving somebody some type of motivation, some type of inspiration to say, damn, I was just like that, last year. I just came home and I want to do this and started doing that. So I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know I can do it. But I think it's you gotta play your part too. Consistency played a big part in you doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You being determined played a big part, and also being able to accept losses as gains. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
when you lose, you still gain some type of knowledge on what to do right the next time, or how
Exactly.
to move around. You feel me? So shout out to you and everything you got going on. It's a real
Appreciate
big deal.
it.
I can't wait to see the next movie she snagged for you. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
y'all?
I need
It
it.
might be an action movie when you got to be like flipping
Yeah,
off cars and shit.
I get my Van Diesel on. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
Yeah. I ain't
yeah.
tripping.
No
Yeah.
question, no question. But yes, once again, thank you.
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you. You're gonna have your link to your interview in a few minutes on YouTube. Congratulations. Deja Moves made the
Thank you.
thing. And it's a wrap.